Am I the a-hole for refusing to share my inheritance with the siblings who are now threatening to sue me for undue influence? Sorry for the long post. I'm just too angry to think straight. My father passed away a few months ago. In his will, he left his entire estate to me, explicitly disinheriting my brother, Mark, 40M, and sister, Jenna, 38F. The thing is, 10 years ago, my father gave them $150,000 each as an advance on their inheritance to start businesses because they begged and begged. He had a lot of money back then, so it wasn't much to him. Both of them blew it within 2 years, vacations, cars, etc., and had the nerve to ask him for more. When he refused, they got cruel. They stopped visiting, wouldn't let him see his grandkids, and badmouthed him to the entire family, claiming he was a miser who was hoarding their money. I was the one who was there for him. I took him to doctor's appointments, helped him with his finances, without ever touching a dime for myself because unlike my siblings, I have a great job that I worked hard for, and was with him in hospice when he died. It was just me and him at the end. His will is ironclad, written by his longtime lawyer, and includes a clause stating they received their share during my lifetime. Mark and Jenna are furious. They've been blowing up my phone, saying I poisoned him against them. They're bad-mouthing me to the family, and I'm getting phone calls from relatives that I should help them. Now, they've hired a lawyer, and today I was served papers. They are threatening to contest the will, claiming I took advantage of our father in his old age and used undue influence to get him to cut them out. They offered to drop the lawsuit if I just give them $100,000 each. I told them to get lost and that I would never give them a single cent of our father's money after how they treated him. I am so angry I can barely speak. AITA for telling them I'd see them in court and refusing to give them anything. I'm honestly worried that fighting this in court will take more in legal fees than just paying them, but I'm so angry that I need an outside opinion because I've lost perspective. Some of OOP's comments. Irrelevant manatee, NTA. Don't give them a cent. They are bluffing. They can try to sue, but they would need some proof in order for the trial to take place. As they don't have anything, the trial probably won't even happen. OOP. I thought the same thing until I got served papers and it all became real. I'm going to call a lawyer once I stop fuming. I just hate the idea of losing any money at all over this. The worst is I feel like I'm the only one in this family who's grieving, and I'm just so drained over all this. It's been a very long few months. Also, I really like my nieces and nephews. The idea of not seeing them again is awful. Strapo, NTA. I worked for a lawyer, and what he told me once was that it is very difficult to prove undue influence. From what you're shared here, it doesn't sound like they have much of a case. But I'm assuming you now have a lawyer yourself. Stop talking to your sibs and direct any further questions to your lawyer. Ditto other relatives, stop talking to them. Be very firm on this point. I have nothing more to say. And then just tell the sibs to contact your attorney. OOP. Thank you, that's good to hear. I have no idea how all this stuff works and just don't want to get bled dry with legal fees after all the crap they've pulled over the years. I have an appointment with a lawyer tomorrow to start dealing with this. Deleted. How do they even have money for this? OOP. I have no clue. They're both broke and terrible with money. Okay. Recognition 9876. Contact the lawyer who helped your father with his will. OOP. Thank you. Why didn't I think of this? It's been such a long few months. I have an appointment with an attorney tomorrow, but I'll call him now. Update post. 3 days later. Just wanted to make a quick update. Thanks to everyone who suggested contacting the lawyer who drew up the will. I sent him all of the papers and texts I'd received, and it turned out that sending people texts in California that say things like, "It won't stop until you give us the money," is considered criminal extortion by letter, which is a felony. He contacted their lawyer, and it turns out they'd lied to him about a lot of things, and he was not enthused about the extortion. Everything fell apart pretty fast, and it didn't cost me anything. I'll probably never see my nieces and nephews again, at least not until they're much older. And the other family members are angry at me because they feel the extortion was actually my fault for giving them no other options. I decided I'm going to just move away and find peace elsewhere after I'm done dealing with the estate. I can't believe things got so ugly over money, but I'm out. Some people commented in my original post that they'd had similar experiences, and I really feel for you all. It's a really unfair position to be put in, and there's a helpless element to it that just sucks. Learned a valuable lesson about the importance of keeping receipts. OOP's comments. Herd boy, did you file a police report? OOP. No, I just want to be done with it and move away from here. There's a 2-year statute of limitations, so if they make me change my mind, I will. But I'm pretty sure their lawyer will explain how bad of an idea that would be. Outcast Spice, thanks for the update. People get really unhinged when death and money are involved. Glad you'll be able to get some space, and I'm sorry for your loss. OOP. I'm realizing their goal is just to have everyone be as miserable as they are. It's not really about the money. It's that I might be happy, and they'll still be miserable, and that's unacceptable for them. Even if they had the money, I don't think anything would have changed. I hope the kids rebel and turn into decent human beings as they grow up. If they do, I hope to hear from them someday.